Featured bench of the Supreme Court headed by the Chief Justice Iftikhar Mohammad Chaudhary is set to hear the case of 11 missing prisoners. They've been missing for months now, and the Supreme Court has been finding ways to find out or ascertain their whereabouts. Notices were issued to the intelligence agencies, including the ISI, the Intelligence Bureau, and the military intelligence. We do know for a fact the Attorney General is on record in stating that these intelligence agencies do not have these missing prisoners. On the flip side of this case, the Punjab government insists these people were handed over to agencies. Besides that, the Chief Justice had called for a DSR report, a daily situation report prepared by the special branch of police, which states that these persons were handed over to intelligence agencies. Between what the Punjab government is saying and what the federal government is saying through the Attorney General, that will be settled by the court today in the case when it resumes. Meanwhile, we will talk to the Supreme Court Bar Association's President Asma Jahangir about the importance of this matter. You have said that these people be recovered.
Absolutely. I think not only these people, there are a large number of people who have gone missing. And this practice sort of died down for a while. And now we see, for example, in KPK, a number of people again who have disappeared. I don't call them missing. These are disappeared involuntary disappearances. And there are allegations and witnesses and testimonies of people who were there at the spot who say that they were picked up by people in uniform. And so I think that it is for the state now to absolutely ensure the courts that these people are not within the custody of the intelligence agencies, because this has been a practice in the past. I was in court myself in one of the cases that I was representing, where people reappeared and gave statements in court where they made absolute allegations and had their statements recorded in court, saying that they were picked up by the police, handed over to the intelligence agencies. And I am a little disappointed that nobody has been brought to task and nobody has been pinpointed, and the perpetrators are still at large.
Let me remind you that these people, these prisoners, 11 prisoners who have gone missing, they face heinous charges, the sort of charges which are not normally faced by other criminals that we deal with. What do you suggest what should happen to these people?
Look, if they face heinous charges, the courts are there. Either we do away with the courts, but if the courts are there, it's for the courts to decide. And
let me remind you that these charges include attack on the general headquarters, attack on Hamza camp, attack on former President Pervez Musharraf, and recovery of an explosive-laden jacket.
Let me also remind you that these are only accusations and charges. It is for the courts to decide whether they are guilty or not guilty. Now, if we come to the conclusion that no, only the police is going to decide whether people are guilty or not guilty, then we are going towards anarchy. But if the courts have decided, rightly or wrongly, I am not saying that, the intelligence agencies cannot act beyond the law. And that is not permissible. It's unacceptable.
The Constitution itself guarantees life and liberty of a citizen. If that does not happen, where does the remedy lie?
Well, the remedy lies exactly where we are standing today. And I said also in my reference day before yesterday that the bar will stand by the Supreme Court in taking these bold decisions. We watch it, we applaud it, and I believe that it is only through their pressure and their independence that eventually the executive will have to come around to recognizing that this country must be run by law and a constitution.
But the court does not have an arm. So is it the executive which should be implementing the court's order? How should it be done?
Well, you know, like